Okay, this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for the month of June, of course. And this month we have the full moon lunar eclipse at 15 degrees Sag on Friday of this first week here. And then, let's see, the summer solstice, the new moon solar eclipse, summer solstice happens on the 20th of the third week. So that'll be Friday, no, I'm sorry, Saturday here, Saturday the 20th. And I didn't write down what time to convey it to you guys just because it depends on what time zone you're in, so you'll have to look that up. But wherever 0 degrees Cancer is in your chart, in your natal birth map, you'll have a new beginning. It's, the first day of summer. It's all about bringing something to fruition. And when it happens, when eclipses come in, when those happen, they kind of flip the energy, and the energy plays out, for months after, sometimes even 6 months. So, it's a great time to, especially with it being a new moon and it's in the sign of Cancer, it's about planting seeds for what you want to grow. So that's perfect. So whatever area of your birth chart, will be energized, like whatever house 0 degrees Cancer falls in, that area will be energized, and you can, with your consciousness and your creative, source spirit inside of you, you can really do some good work. So, and Cancer, in the highest levels honors all that is sacred. So it may have to do with creating more security, more safety, much more of a freer, loving, open, home style for you, lifestyle at home, maybe working from home more. But at the very least, you'll be able to work within your emotional body to a deeper degree and free up anything that is not honorable for you. It helps with healthy boundaries. So that's there. And then Father's Day comes in on the 21st, on Sunday the 21st of the last week. But I drew a couple extra cards for the 28th, 29th, and 30th here, just to not, leave you hanging for those few days. So, yeah. Okay, so first of all, I just have to say that I do use different decks for each week. So we're dealing with 5 different decks here to allow for more accuracy rather than, drawing to me this is a much more of an accurate way. I don't think I need to explain it. It's pretty self-explanatory. But with that, the duplicates we have here are the Magician card. So that tells me that there's much more emphasis this month on creating what it is that you want to bring in. So now with Virgos, you guys you're so wonderful at bringing health and healing and making the adjustments to whatever it is that you're trying to create or take care and nurture, whatever you're nurturing, whatever you're taking care of, you're good at noticing the details and checking in and constantly making the adjustments that are necessary in order to further, take care of things. The only downside is just to, not to overthink and put too much on yourself, and especially with Virgo, let go of the need to be perfect, like letting go of, just knowing that we're all human. That means that we are imperfect. And nothing on the earth plane is going to be perfect as it is in the spirit world, from which you hail. In that level of reality, it's all love, it's all bliss, it's all one, it's all unity. You can't even have a negative thought, right? But here on earth, it's very different, and we have to allow for that and accept that. In the acceptance is where our healing comes in. The acceptance that we can't change others. We can't make anybody else feel or think or do some other way than they already are, other than we can just love them and accept them for whatever they're going through. And then that allows them to actually heal on much deeper levels. That doesn't mean to give, full reign to somebody in negativity. It means, we still have our healthy boundaries. But when it comes to, working especially in relationship, like I see in this first week here, that the important thing is just to know that your subconscious can trigger and affect another person's subconscious. So if you've got a forcing current going on, like, I have to take care of you, or you have to be happy, I have to make you happy, or you have to be perfect, or I have to be perfect, one of those two dynamics, or you better do this, or I have to do that, these types of forcing currents and demands that we put in relationship. If that's going on, they're going to feel that, and they're going to go in the opposite direction. It's going to get you the opposite of what you want. So to just be free and allow for the forces of love to come through in all of your creative, projects and relationships especially, that's actually what will free up everything. And so I not to go too much into that, but to know that this week, in this first week here, so the 1st through the 6th, we're dealing with the energy and consciousness of knowing that you have everything inside you to create whatever it is. On Earth we can have just about anything we want, within reason, right? Because we are in the earthly plane. And to know that it's already created in the spiritual realm. It's already there. We just have to be able to bring it down. But it looks like to me for this week, it has to do more with relationship and sharing our hearts. It has to do with, bringing it from the inner being down to the spiritual realm, which on Earth, and knowing that the spiritual realm and the cosmic consciousness, the divine intelligence, God's source energy, whatever you want to call it, Christ consciousness, whatever is your, personal spirit, whoever your personal spirit guides, whoever is your team in the spirit world, and I believe we all have teams, So that energy is something that you can, I don't know, I guess the word I'm going to use is impregnate, especially with the Empress down here in the last week. So whatever it's like the energy is always there to receive us, and the universe is bound by law to receive us. So if we want loving, caring, wonderful, just really caring and open relationships, then we have to be willing to give that to others. And we can do that. We can have it on the earthly realm. It's already there for us in the spiritual realm, and it will come. It may not show up in the way that you expected it, though, and it may not come from the person that you are open to being with. It may come from other people, other ways. So just to be free and easy and let that go, but stick with the love that you want, of course, right? Always. And open up to giving that love, because there's an exchange of love. This is an open-hearted exchange of love here. And it doesn't mean, we always get to hold hands with the people that we love, because sometimes they're not here with us, and other times, well, especially now, what we're going through with, social distancing. But then again, we could wash our hands, or we could hold hands and then wash our hands. Just don't cough or don't sneeze on me, right? So whatever it is that you're trying to create, I just, sometimes it can be the physical, like maybe this is about the intention to create something in the physical realm, that will help heal what we're going through, so that we all are free to shake hands again, hold hands, so there may be lots of inventions. The magician is a very inventive energy and consciousness. But most of all, just to hold on to the truth, to know that you have all the tools that you need within you. This is the as within, so without card. We've got the infinity symbol up here, and it's beautifully depicted here in this artwork. And so whatever it is that you're wanting to create, there are others that are already, wanting to create it with you. And it will be an open-hearted, giving and receiving of love, a benign circle of love. So that's wonderful. Excuse me. So with the second week, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So it may be that you opened up to so much love here that it's kind of hard to balance all the energy. and you're really opening up to, or it can be that you're negotiating all the ways that you guys can be together. Because the Ten of Cups is a very family-oriented card. I mean, you can see the kids here. And it doesn't matter if it's, whatever kind of partnership. This could be, like a big extended family that's very loving and caring. This doesn't have to just be two people. I mean, we are in the realm of the Ten of Cups. So it's a completion, it's a fruition, it's something that grows and continues to, you continue to bring it down, because the Pentacles is definitely about earthly experiences. So it has to do with what we value, right? What do we really care about? What do we really want? And with the family, this may be a very protective card and trying to discern, what it is that protects the family. And that's beautiful too. That's a really beautiful energy. But so I would say from the 7th to the 13th here, it's more of that. It's more of balancing out all the dynamics of physically taking care of a family or an extended family or all of those that you love, your community, your tribe, whoever it is that you care the most about. And it may grow. You may find more people to love. And that's fantastic. Okay, and then the third week here, from the 14th through the 20th, look at this. This is just unbelievably beautiful to me. With the Seven of Pentacles, you're in the consciousness of being patient and watching your investments grow, and knowing that you can, you have the patience to wait. There's no reason to have any kind of a forcing current to make things grow faster. You just you put the water in, you make sure the whatever it is you're growing has the sunlight, and you focus the energy in what it is that you want to create. And it's further clarified here with the Magician again. So whatever it is, it's coming through. Whatever it is you've been trying to create, or whatever it is you've been working on, it's coming through. It's coming through. It's coming through. So just keep on keeping on, especially in that third week. And then remember, here we've got the solar eclipse on the 20th on Saturday. And this may be the perfect day to do a lot more meditation than you normally do. But also, I'm hearing to just trust that whatever seeds you've planted, not every seed grows, but with the Seven of Pentacles, something has definitely grown. This is not the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the 7 here, so we're well beyond the stage of something, blooming. Something is definitely growing, but you may be finding ways to further grow, to go, okay, this is good, this is it, this is what I want. And now how can I build upon that? So then moving into the fourth week here, so, Father's Day on the 21st, so the 21st through the 27th, with the Judgment card, it's the gateway of honoring your call. It's the gateway of letting go of, you know, thinking that you have to be perfect. It doesn't matter what you did in the past, as long as, I mean, for me, when it comes to like forgiving myself, I always go to the place of like, well, wait, would I do it again? Would I do it again? And if I feel like I could, then I realize, oh, there's something to work with there. But if you're in that place where you realize, no, there's no way I would ever do that again, I learned from my mistake. If that's the case, there is no reason whatsoever, no matter what it was, to not forgive yourself. And forgiveness frees the spirit. This is the card in the highest levels of consciousness, is that no one gets to judge you besides you and your relationship with your source. You know, so whatever, you know, greater consciousness that is that you believe in, that's where you take your misgivings or your, you know, any place where, let's say, you were in resentment or lots of anger or, you know, lots of fear and hatefulness. If you bring that to your source inside of you, and that, you know, is within the entire universe, source energy, we don't have any reason to hold on to, you know, to the resentment. I mean, there's really nothing to forgive. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't forget. Like, let's imagine that it's coming from somebody else where they've, you know, done the unspeakable, or you can't forgive, or you don't think you can forgive. If you can know that you don't have to forget, and that you can still hold that healthy boundary with someone who's untrustworthy, then there's no reason to hold on to the energy of making them pay, or you know, not being able to forgive. Because if we don't forgive, we just hold ourselves back. We hold back our abundance. We hold back the energy flow in our bodies that energizes us and empowers us. And so there might be this week some of that diving into, because the Nine of Swords is a bit of the dark night of the soul. And so this may be where either you have felt judged and you're in some type of regret, and you want to own it and see it and, you know, experience it only to the degree to clear it out, but not to hold on to it. You know, these are cleansing tears here. And then it frees the spirit. So I just, there's all these you know, infinities I'm seeing here this week. This is really beautiful. So to let go of any way that you may have judged yourself or others, you know, clear out the skeletons in the closet, let go of the past. It doesn't feed us in any way to hold on to the judgments of the past, of ourselves or others. You know, it's best to leave that to the divine order of the universe, the divine order, the cosmic intelligence, the divine intelligence that's within the order of the universe. And I'm sure you Virgos know that well. That divine order will take care of, you know, anybody that has ever hurt you, or if you're not getting your lessons, you'll get them when you're willing to get them. And so there's no reason to stay in that, you know, if there is any kind of vicious circle going on here, that to feel the pain is, with the Nine of Swords, we're all about feeling the pain of whatever, you know, whatever false beliefs we've had in the past that have affected ourselves and others. But by going through them, we transform them. You know, that's what we have, the white dove up here that holds space for, you know, this can be like the mental material that just swirls around like, oh, but I did this and I did that, or they did this and I did, you know, and we did this, you know. If you can just take a deep breath, cry it out when you need to. Don't beat yourself up for it. Don't beat them up for it, and just let it clear through. Then you come into a whole new creative adventure, which is what we have here with the Empress. It frees up the life force to create what you want, and the universe is inside you. You know, you have the spirit world, you have all of the universe to help you bring in and give birth to what it is that you want to create. This is a very abundant card, and she's the, with the Empress, it's like she's the divine mother. So if there's any grief for, if there's any healing of like family lineage here, in the last week, the last few days will help you really heal it further. And then I'm getting that there's something within the realm of feeling like, there's that dualistic conflict inside that all humans go through, where we falsely believe that it's, we're either winners or losers. And rather than being in the consciousness of we can be, we can win and lose, and it doesn't matter, because we can still create win-win situations. And it, sometimes you're right and sometimes you're wrong. It doesn't matter that just because you're wrong at one time doesn't mean you're always wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes, because that's how we learn. And we're here on, on this earthly plane, in Earth school, in order to learn more quickly. We can learn more quickly here than in the spirit world, where everything is, much easier. Right? Here on Earth, we're face to face. It's like sometimes, like the face palm. Like, I call this the face palm card. It's like, oh, what did I do? Did I listen to the little negative voice, or I forgot to listen to my spirit here, or I allowed someone to, control me, and I didn't, take good care of myself here, and so I'm regretting that. That may be some of what has played out. You guys will have to let me know. Please drop in comments if you want to, or you can always feel free to email me. Everything's in the description box below the video. So this may be mother healing here, like the place, especially if you had a critical mom. Imagine having a critical mom and you thought you had to be perfect. Well, this would be the end of this whole month. Well, my goodness, you could spend even more time than a month healing that one. But this may be the culmination of that, where you get to let go of that dualistic, thinking that you have to be something other than your natural, beautiful self in order to be truly loved. Because most of the time the trips that our mothers lay on us is just something that, well, I would say if it's a negative trip, it had more to do with them, not us. And they wanted us to be safe, or they thought that we needed to be perfect in order to be safe and loved and, taken care of moving forward in life. And from there, they lay their trip on us, right? So to just let it go, just breathe and let it go. Let the universe take care of it. Of course, grieve anything you need to, but then let it go. And to know that deep down inside, to come into the unitive truth of, being right or wrong, good or bad, winner or loser, we have pleasure or pain. Instead, just know that on the earthly realm, it's and. You put and in the middle of all those words. We win and we lose. We have pleasure and we have pain. There is life and death on planet Earth. There is, the need to just let go of needing to either play the game of being a winner or a loser. Like, to just let go of all that, because if we don't, it's at the expense of creating more regret. Like you can win the battle but lose the war, type of thing. I mean, it's just, this is a vicious circle here. This needing to win and the needing to be right, the need to have the last word. Those types of games are vicious circles, and I see that there's so many ways to clear it out for this month and create a whole new paradigm, and you get to do that. Okay, so I think that's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you again for all the new subscribers, for everyone subscribing, and the comments, and the thumbs up. I love it all and love to connect with you guys. So feel free to drop me, comments or email. And yeah, that's it. Okay, take good care, and we'll be back in July.